Hey guys, welcome back to the Cubist MTG, and we are going to talk about cards that I have cut. In this series, we talk about my Vintage Power Cube. It started off at about 700 cards. We're working our way down to 540, and today I got 5 more cards, actually 6. It's kind of a cheat to that we cut from the cube, and we're going to go over each of them and talk about which ones we've cut. So here we go. Starting off here, Mole Drifter. I played Lorwyn Standard when this card came out, and it was amazing. This card was such a great draw spell, one of the best you could get in Standard. But in my cube, I look for more out of my draw spells. So blue is arguably one of the strongest color archetypes in any cube because it's so versatile, has the counters, has disruption, has draw, and has some strong creatures as well. But Mole Drifter, to me, is not something that I look for when I draft. I know that's flavor of choice because paying 3 mana to draw 2 cards is pretty good. Being able to bring him back with reanimate spells or just casting him for 5, he is great value. But for me, he's just not cut out for the cube because mostly any other draw spell that I have, it's going to get picked before him. So he gets kind of passed along a lot. So we cut him. Next up, we have Dust Bowl. This is just goes along the same lines of what we talked about in the last video, is that I just have too many lands in my cube. I love having a good mana base. I value it quite highly. This is a great card, but I just don't see the value. If it produced some kind of colored mana, even if it was just white, I would consider taking it in. But paying 3 mana to destroy a non-basic land, I'd rather have Wasteland. I would rather have other cards in there that were just better. And this is just not going to fit into most of the deck archetypes that I try to cultivate in my cube, so we're going to cut that one as well. Next up, we got Forbid. Good card. I value the buyback too highly. There are not a lot of times that I'm going to pay 3 mana and discard 2 cards to have this type of disruption. It is great to have good counter magic in, but I just feel like with Spell Pierce or miscalculation or mana leak, this just gets passed by way too often, so it's out. This is a hard cut for me. I just like Time Spiral a lot. I played a lot of Dragonstorm when that was in Standard, and I just have a thing for Time Spiral and Time Shifted cards. But Greater Gargadon is just a great card. I love it. I love Suspend, but the only thing the downside is I don't see sacrificing a lot in most of the decks that we're doing. The 9/7 with no other, like not even trample, kind of makes it really vanilla. Just a hard cast it is a waste of time, and I don't have any kind of suspend token manipulation that would make this card even close to being playable, so that's out too. And finally, this goes along the same lines as Council Judgment that we talked about last time, but this is Palace Jailer and the Custodial Lich. This is the Monarch mechanic, and I have never played with these cards before, but I do not like the Monarch mechanic. I think it is just something that is arbitrary. Newer players or people who haven't played with it are going to read this and be like, what does the Monarch mean? And it's just kind of stupid. Most cubes will just run Palace Jailer, so this is a 2/2 for 4 that when it comes in, you exile a target creature, which is fine, but I think I would just rather run like Fiend Hunter or Oblivion Stone instead. Oblivion Ring. But in my original list I included the Lich as well, but these cards just, again, I think there are other better choices, and I just don't like this kind of mucky mechanic of the Monarch, and I don't want to have time explaining that to people. So that's what we cut. This is another 5, so we're up to 10 cuts already. But those are the choices right there. Well, actually, it's like more than 10 because we cut a bunch of lands and whatever. But this is just me going over a couple of things that I'm taking out. So if you guys like this, please comment and like down below. Please subscribe. And if you have any comments or concerns about it, please comment or message me directly or via email. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. So thanks, guys. We'll catch you next time.